Donald Trump just had one of the most chaotic press briefings of his entire presidency. Now that really is saying something. Inside the Oval Office, surrounded by military flags and confusion, he managed to try to pretend how unimportant Ghislaine Maxwell is, tried to claim tariffs ended 7 wars, which of course they didn't, and tried to float the idea of using the Insurrection Act on US cities all before lunch. This wasn't a press conference, it was a confession, live on camera.
President's term today, Mr. President.
Say it.
The Supreme Court is back, and they rejected today an appeal by Ghislaine Maxwell to overturn her conviction. That means her only chance of getting out of prison is a pardon from you. Is that something you're...
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
I haven't heard the name in so long.
He's doing that same old thing again, pretending that the person he's talking about is not that important, and he doesn't even know who they are, even though he's been asked questions about them 100 times. Who's Ghislaine Maxwell? Who is she? Oh, just that convicted sex trafficker you once waged well on national television?
I can say this, that I'd have to take a look at it. I would have to take a look. Did they reject that?
She wanted to appeal her conviction.
And what happened?
They said that they were not going to hear her appeal.
I see. Well, I'll take a look at it. I will speak to the DOJ. I wouldn't consider it or not consider it. I don't know anything about it. So, but I will speak to the DOJ.
Why would she be a candidate for clemency, sir?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
But she was convicted of child sex trafficking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to take a look at it. I'd have to ask DOJ. I didn't know they rejected it.
The Supreme Court had just rejected her appeal, meaning her only path out of prison would be a presidential pardon. And Trump's answer? I'll have to take a look at it. This man treats sex trafficking cases like Yelp reviews. I'll check with the DOJ. Maybe I'll get back to her after I pardon Puff Daddy. It's the kind of response that's so detached, even the MAGA crowd looked like they had just swallowed a lemon. So here's the question for the diehards. If Trump does pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, will they finally call him out? Or will they twist themselves into a patriotic pretzel and say, he did it for transparency? Half of Republicans already think Trump is hiding something about the Epstein files. But if he pardons her, that's not just hiding something, that's burying the evidence under Mar-a-Lago.
Politicians, but they weren't good at business and they allowed these companies to leave. And all they had to do is do what I'm doing right now. And, I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to do, but it is. It's effective. We're a rich country again. We're a powerful country because, I've ended 7 wars. At least half of them was because of my ability at trade and because of tariffs. If I didn't have tariffs to throw around a little bit, you would have at least 4 wars raging right now with thousands of people a day being killed that aren't happening. We've settled. We settled 7. We're getting close to settling 8. That would be a big one.
Tariffs and wars. Now that's a new one. Apparently when you tax Chinese steel, peace spontaneously breaks out in the Middle East. According to Trump's math, the real peacemakers weren't diplomats, they're accountants. Forget NATO, forget strategy. All it took was the art of the deal and a few price hikes on aluminium. Yes, it's aluminium, not aluminum. Next week he'll tell us he cured COVID by raising the price of Tylenol. Then, just when you think the word salad couldn't get any more bizarre, he takes a victory lap for settling 7 wars and getting close to an 8th. An 8th war between who? Albania and Azerbaijan? He's inventing wars just to claim that he ended them.
What?
The Insurrection Act, under what conditions or terms would you...
Well, I'd do it if it was necessary. So far it hasn't been necessary, but we have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up or governors or mayors were holding us up, sure, I'd do that. I mean, I want to make sure that people aren't killed.
And there you have it, the Insurrection Act. When asked if he'd use it to militarize US cities, Trump basically said, sure, why not? The man is openly fantasizing about sending troops into American streets like it's a season finale of The Apprentice Civil War. But here's the truth. He doesn't need to invoke the act. He's already ignoring court orders, weaponizing agencies and destroying democracy right in plain sight for everyone to see. So no, I don't think he'll push the nuclear button. He'll just keep breaking the law in broad daylight and daring anyone to stop him, and so far no one has. Now let's be clear, this wasn't a moment of strength. It was a live broadcast of a man admitting everything he's accused of. Corruption, cronyism, authoritarian fantasy, all in one chaotic sitting. And the scariest part, he wasn't even trying to hide it. If you want to see more stories like this, click on one of these videos, and please like, subscribe and leave a comment below. It helps the algorithm. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.